Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Legacy of the Rimlen. 2 weeks in a row for once. That's back. We're back to norm. Let's say that's what we're doing. But last time we dealt with the consequences of the previous time. But before we get into that, as usual, let's have our players introduce themselves and their characters. I've rolled some dice in the background. The dice say that we should start, first of all, with Dely. Dely, could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yes, of course. Hello, everyone. I am Dely, and I'm playing as Muninn, a traveling scholar from Brightland. And at the moment, just sort of chilling in Cedar Rapids. I can't remember what they were doing exactly last time.
Staring at a corpse.
Yeah. They're doing that.
Yes. Thank you very, very much, Dely. I think it was Muninn. Anyway, next in the dice order, we would have Ashen. Could you please introduce yourself and your character, Ashen?
Yep. I'm Ash, and I'm playing as Illona, a very sneaky, excellent noblewoman, who's noblewoman, or excellent noblewoman by day and cat by night, as of right now. And she's probably also staring at the corpse.
Probably. Well, you were hitchhiking. Is that the word? Again, I haven't looked it up. Hitchhiking, is that the word?
Is that really like... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah, sure. While I look it up on Google frantically, first of all, thank you very much, Ashen. And Show&Tell, please cover for me looking this up on Google by introducing yourself and your character, okay?
Sure. Hi, so I'm Show&Tell, and I'll be playing as Anghel, who's a mute peasant boy, and also looking at a corpse. I guess we're all doing that.
Yes,
together.
I guess we are. Apparently hitchhiking is not quite the right word because it also implies like the other person giving consent, which Illona has not got the consent of.
Yeah.
We'll deal with that when we get there. Either way, yes, thank you very, very much, Show&Tell. So, last time, Muninn witnessed the destruction of By the Sands and went back to the village to give their report. Anghel was asleep, Illona was a cat. When Anghel woke up, Illona was at his feet, along with a similar cat-like person, I guess, always thirsty. Muninn then came in. You all discussed what happened at New Spring. There's like two cities and I keep mixing them up, sorry. Always Thirsty was of the opinion of, well, the wolf died and I'm sure it was only property damage, so, according to Prince Charming's plan, hooray, huzzah, the day is saved. As for Prince Charming himself's thoughts, I'll let Show&Tell speak on that if she wants. Either way, you all decided to continue on your journey with Ophelia to like catch up to Uncle Zarhos, who you've previously learned is named Nikephoros, and take back the orb. You've met up with Ophelia. She was talking with her cousin-in-law, Marvru, the owner of the village you all stayed at, the brother of Gregory's wife, to like make the family tree more complicated to the uninformed viewer, but I hope you guys remember what I'm talking about. Either way, he was very, very insistent that she has to like receive a gift from him, and he brought along a very uncomfortable looking old woman who forcefully, more or less, handed Ophelia a black box made of like burnt looking wood that's like been painted to look as if it were made of gold. Either way, Ophelia and you guys departed. Ophelia gave the box over to you guys. You opened it and found out it was black egg. Anghel, by a stroke of genius, remembered that, that's literally a devil spawn egg, and advocated for destroying the thing, which the rest of the party agreed to. You guys decided to destroy it by horse trampling, which unfortunately burned one of the horse's hooves off, which unfortunately had to be put down, meaning that Illona has to be a pedestrian for a little bit, but she is hitching a ride on, secretly, I would add, on Ophelia's carriage. While you were continuing on your journey, Illona briefly argued with her chicken, as is the norm, I guess, who by the way was looking more healthy than you last saw it yesterday in New Spring. And as the chicken agreed to screw off for a little bit, even though we all know it's still there, Illona continued reading from the secret journal that she stole also yesterday. No, not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And I told Ashen what she read. She has yet to disclose it to everyone else. Either way, while she was reading, you all heard a loud wolf howl from the other side of the lake. You were more... do you want to say something, Deli? Because I'm hearing my voice and I'm assuming it's you.
Sorry, that's my bad.
No worries, but if you want to say something, go ahead. That's what I'm saying.
No, sorry. I feel really bad. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No worries. Yeah, you heard a voice from the other side of the lake. Not a voice, a wolf howl. Very loud, from very distant as well. Anghel was able to figure out that it sounded more like a person imitating a wolf howl. Like if I were to go a woo instead of an actual wolf. Though since it was a very, very difficult role, I guess Anghel would be able to tell that whoever's faking it, if they're faking it, I guess they're really, really good at faking it. Either way, you guys decided not to investigate, ignoring Angel's instincts. And further on along the road, you spotted something burning in a ditch off to the side of the road. The main carriage moved on, because why would you drive a wooden carriage through something that's potentially a fire? But I think it was Muninn who decided to investigate, or maybe it was Anghel. But either way, I think both of you will see that as you look into the ditch by the side of the road, you see a charred corpse. Still burning, it's still smoking, I guess is the better word. And that's where we will resume. So while I turn on the background music and all of that good stuff, I guess as our usual bit of warm-up, what's everyone's thoughts? How are you all feeling? Talk about your day, please.
Corpse. I think that really sums up the thoughts through Uncle's head right now.
I don't know. Does Illona see it right now? Because she wouldn't
You see, the trail of smoke is unmistakable. You see Anghel and or Muninn peering into the ditch and presumably looking startled.
Are they still moving, or are we standing still?
The carriage is moving, their horses are not.
Okay, then I would probably sit tight on the carriage for a bit longer, and if it stops, I would probably jump down.
It continues moving, unaware of what Anghel and Muninn are doing. Ribab, I guess, would ask. He hasn't noticed, but he sees you look shocked. What is it?
I get points, maybe?
Yeah. I think Muninn would be a little bit shocked too. I think they'd turn around and say look, there's people here.
Ribab furrows his brow and rushes forward. He probably would dismount. And he sees the corpse and is startled, and he will say, "I'll go tell the mistress." And he swiftly runs to catch up to the carriage.
Okay.
What do Anghel and Muninn do in the meanwhile? And also feel free to ask me questions, I guess.
Okay. So do we see one body?
Give me a careful, please.
Okay. Oh, oops! I pressed twice. It's 1.
Yeah, we'll take the first roll, a 1. You're probably a bit too startled to really go into start looking for clues, if that makes sense. At least around right now. Make sense? A burned corpse is not something you see every day.
Okay, fine. Even if there's a play going on, they don't.
A plague.
Yeah.
Probably. It would still be unusual because usually you'd gather the corpses of those afflicted and throw them into a giant hole and then burn them.
Oh.
Not burn one, throw it off into a ditch, but burn another later and whatever. It is very unusual to see a soul burning corpse. Yes.
Okay.
Could I roll to see if I notice anything surrounding and if I am rolling?
Yes, your stunt would apply. Yes.
Yeah, yes. Okay, thank you. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I will roll as soon as I join the game.
Okay. I guess you didn't see my private message.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. I guess while we wait for Dely, let's quickly see what Illona's up to, because this is happening in the span of a couple seconds. Illona, you see Rebob rushing towards the carriage. Rebob doesn't really, if it doesn't involve a cat, he doesn't really show fear. So he has this stoic expression.
I'm probably asking what's happening.
He mouths the word corpse, but he doesn't say it out loud because you're hitching a ride, not to the knowledge of the rider, so he doesn't want to give you away.
Oh, that's nice. I would probably jump off at that point and more so go towards Muninn and Anghel to see what's up.
Yeah. Then he would stop the carriage and talk briefly with Ophelia and the ones inside. Dely, welcome to the game. Please feel free to roll whenever you can.
Okay, no worries. There we are. I got a 4 + 2.
Okay, with that roll, yeah, it's pretty obvious. You don't see just the one trail of smoke. That was pretty obvious because it was right next to the road, so it was in your field of vision. But as you look more south-ish, because you guys are traveling west-ish, you see multiple plumes of smoke. Though I will give you with that roll, the vegetation itself isn't burning.
Oh.
That's really specific. I think Muninn would look to Anghel and say, look over there, and point in the direction of the other plumes of smoke. And they would say who do you think did this? This can't be random.
Yeah, I guess Anghel shakes his head. How far away are the other plumes? They're...
A good question. Probably a couple meters. This one wasn't abnormally close to the road. The next one would probably be 10 meters away, but the other ones are more or less clustered around the 10-meter one. Not in a pile, but fairly close by. Make sense?
Okay.
Dely, just to recap, that roll was for looking for your surroundings, right? Not for inspecting the corpse, correct?
I think that's right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Okay. Illona joins you all.
What is happening here? What did you see?
I mean, there's this corpse has been burned. but nothing else around. Actually, sorry, with Muninn knows that, don't they? Nothing else surrounding it is okay. Cool.
That, yeah.
Yeah. This corpse has been burned, but it's not an accident. Like it's the only thing that's been burned here. And look, and then Muninn would point in the direction for Illona as well, of the smoke plumes, and say like, and there's more of them over there.
Odd. That's what happened.
I'd try and see who this was, but I mean they're a bit crisp.
Illona does not laugh. That's just me. She would probably like go a bit closer to investigate.
Feel free to give me a careful if you're investigating the corpse. The one closest to the
3.
road, correct?
Yeah.
A 3. With a 3, the corpse feels warm to the touch, and since it's still smoking, either this happened recently or there's something weirder going on. But again, it's all the more odd that the vegetation hasn't also caught fire from the corpse being charred. Next thing I guess I can tell you is you spot, because this I can't really burn that easily, you see that this corpse was armed with a sword, and you also like identify bits of like local clothing. Like this person was a local, not like a foreigner from who knows where.
Okay. In that case, I would probably like start moving to the more clustered corpses, and like look for if they're also armed or if there was a certain formation to how this like laid out.
Yeah, you see all of them were armed. Maybe one of them, a younger looking one, perhaps was carrying a stick carved to look like a gun instead of an actual gun, perhaps. But all of the others are armed, either with swords or like some small firearm, or maybe like a bow and arrow. A couple of them seem to be facing away, like as if they were running away from something, but most of them are facing towards the road.
Okay.
Otherwise, the details are more or less the same. They all have like bits of clothing that identifies them as locals.
So she would probably like turn around to Anghel and Muninn and say like, I think something like, I guess from the road it did this, and I don't know. Looks like people were armed and trying to fight something.
You don't think it was those people, like those fake wolves or anything?
Those what?
You don't suppose that it was those fake wolves that did this?
To be fair, has Anghel communicated the fact that the wolf howl sounded fake?
Oh,
I don't think so.
yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe. Well, Muninn would still say that in that case, but they wouldn't say fake. Like, they wouldn't say, "Oh, did the wolves do this?" But like, maybe they'll say, like, "Oh, do you think this is related to those wolves?" I don't know. It's a bit of a leap, and maybe Muninn wouldn't say that. That's a bit of a leap in like logic, I guess.
To be fair, the wolf howl happened maybe 10 minutes ago, so maybe it's still on your mind. I would not blame Muninn for making that assertion.
Okay.
If Muninn says it, I think like Illona would also like think that would be a possible culprit.
But why would there be fire? Like, why would they burn? Like,
I
how
mean-
would?
We fought a basilisk that turned you into stone. Maybe these wolves can turn you into charcoal.
Okay.
Does Illona say that, or like?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that doesn't sound too out of the ordinary.
I guess feel free to give me a careful or clever roll to see if there's anything like that in Myth that maybe you can connect to.
I got a 3.
Whomever.
Careful.
Or clever, your choice.
Okay, let's try.
If I did a clever, would I get +2?
I also got a 3.
Let me look at your stunt. Also, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did the thing. Record the site. Yeah, recall. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ooh, I got 4 + 2.
Nice.
Same answer to all of you. But Illona and Anghel, mostly because you're not sure. You don't recall anything like that in myth. Muninn, with your like knowledge, you're pretty sure. Yeah, there's nothing really like a wolf or any other creature like really burning things alive. At least in this specific way that the vegetation around them doesn't also burn. Make sense?
That makes sense.
So you're the hypothesis that it's like the wolf or fake wolf's fault. A bit shaky.
Yeah. Should we go investigate the other not crash sites? Should we go investigate the other sites? I mean,
Did Illona do that already or not?
Illona did do that, but that doesn't mean someone else cannot do it.
Right, true. I was just making sure.
I think Muninn would say like, I mean, this is really bizarre, but we are losing Ophelia.
No, she's. I was just like waiting for you guys to stop talking. She is coming towards you guys with.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sorry, I was waiting for you guys for a pause.
That's okay. I guess Muninn would stand and say like they're about to say that, but then they look over. I guess if they can notice, they would look over and say like, "Oh, you stopped your carriage. Hello."
Ophelia dismounts, leaves the carriage, basically, joined by her bodyguard. Rebob walks ahead to join you guys, and she asks, what's this about?
I think Muninn would look to everyone else, like, who wants to explain it? That isn't to say that Muninn wouldn't mind explaining it.
I think Illona would like start by saying like these are all armed people that burned right where they stood, but there's no other fire, which is really strange.
That is strange. Armed were they soldiers? Were they bandits?
No, just locals. Like there's one of them who has like a fake gun as well, not even fully armed.
So bandits. Little reason for locals to be armed otherwise.
I mean, if they were fighting something that could burn them, maybe.
True, but look around. There's no fields around. And these people, they were coming from the direction of the forest, so they were not on the road. I'd say they were bandits, not local farmers. Otherwise, what would they be doing in the forest?
Good point.
Muninn would ask, like, so what would a couple of bandits, like, this doesn't explain why them and only them were set on fire, though. Like, what would a couple of bandits, like, be doing out here to begin with?
I don't think that's the right question. I think their intention is pretty obvious. Well, former intention.
To rob people.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But then how... I guess maybe they try to rob the wrong people. Does... could Muninn look to see if... It's very far... Like, I don't think it would happen at all. Or work at all. But could Muninn see if, like... the fire... If there was, like, any trace of, like, magic or anything?
Can you be a bit more specific? Like, I'm open to it, but looking for traces of magic, that's a bit non-specific because this isn't like the Warcraft universe where you can just sense magic. So could you ask, like, what specifically are you looking at, like for signs that a ritual took place, or like?
I guess Muninn would be looking for things such as, like, first of all, like a fuel source. How was the fire? Because obviously the bandit itself would be a fuel source, but where did the original like spark come from? Like, do you know what I mean?
Good question.
Is there like a torch around? Is there like a flaming arrow? Like, I don't know.
Give me a careful, your stunt will apply.
Yippee! Okay, I've got 4 + 2.
That's a very good roll. You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to occasionally ask because, so to answer your question, upon closer inspection of the bodies, you see that the worst damage to them is always done, like, it's clear that the initial point where the flames started on all of them comes from the direction of the road. So presumably this fire was a projectile thrown from the road. Although how do you throw fire? That doesn't quite make sense. You don't see like signs of, say, a fire arrow or like, I don't know, some other projectile that can transport fire. It's almost like this fire moved in and of by itself. One other detail that you notice, the corpse that is right by the road also has a stab wound, presumably from a sword in its chest, though it's also burned.
Okay.
Other details that you notice, I guess you would notice this, especially with that good of a roll. You don't see like signs of, the typical ritual thing where you sacrifice an animal or whatever, but you do see some of the ground nearby as you like look for fire damage. You do see that the ground is damaged, but not by fire, but that same thing that you saw, like where when you fought the basilisk, for instance, that the ground just looks dead, desiccated, but not burnt.
Okay.
That could be the sign of magic you were looking for.
Yeah, it could be.
With that roll, it is clearly somehow related to magic. I'll let you fit the puzzle pieces by itself, I get by yourself, I guess.
What direction did you say the other plumes of smoke were? Was it in the direction that we're going?
No, it was, you guys are going west. The other corpses are southish from the forest.
And the fake wolves, were they in that direction as well?
Opposite direction, northeast.
Wow, that's so interesting. I would say like, Mother of the Forest, but I mean, it would be a bit dangerous if she used fire magic,
Right.
Maybe Muninn would say like, they would say to everyone like, it doesn't look like these fires don't look like they were started by like any normal means. I think they're like magic in origin.
That is bad. What are we dealing with?
I mean, I don't know who could have done this, but I mean,
My uncle, perhaps? Says Ophelia.
Oh.
Maybe, but why would he be doing this?
I mean, if bandits attack you, aren't you going to kill them?
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't know. It's just a little bit strange. I'm not saying it's not...
I'm just
I'm not saying that
thinking-
doesn't sound true.
I'm just
but-
thinking, what other magic users do we know?
I mean, did you know that your uncle, like, Muninn would, like, think for a minute, and they would say, like, I would ask, did you know that your uncle knew that about magic or something? I say or something because I don't know how I'm wording it properly. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not wording it properly, but I think you know what I mean.
Oh,
Mhm. Yeah.
Discord doesn't work for Teeironor again.
Oh no, yeah,
Hear but not talk.
no talk.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, we can.
We heard some. I heard something. Didn't you hear?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, could you please repeat the last part of your question?
Yeah. Muninn would ask, like, well, did you know that your uncle could wield fire magic?
Okay. She says, oh, definitely not, but as I said, when I last saw him, he looked completely different, cured. I think we agreed upon that he had to have been using magic. I'm just thinking, well, what other magic users are there? Or are you saying there's others?
Yes. Muninn would, like, try and dance around that question because it's a big answer. They would say, like, probably way more than you think. Listen, we need to stop your uncle.
Well, that's obvious.
We should, but I mean, do we need to do anything to these bodies? Like, do we need to bury them?
She sighs and gives you a look like, are you really going to waste my time with that? But says nothing.
Well, I mean, I don't know. There could be, like, burned, unburied bodies could walk again, sort of thing.
She gives you this look like WTF look, but then that look like kind of relaxes because all of the weird shit that's been going on, and says, if you think it's best to bury them, then be my guest, but we cannot stay long.
Okay. What do you think, Anghel? I mean, you know about these sort of about this sort of folklore more than I do.
He does. I don't remember it.
I guess give me a careful or clever to see if, like, fire interferes with, the living dead.
A careful, you said? It's a
Or
3.
clever, either way. A free, the, like, Strigoi, that, like, the ones that you've met before, they've never been stopped by burning, but at the same time, there's no stories about Strigoi coming back to life if their corpse was burned. So it could go one way or another, if that makes sense. Like, you're not gonna stop a Strigoi by burning it, but it's also possible that a Strigoi won't come back to life if you burn the corpse, but you're not sure.
Okay.
I guess I'm good.
Okay. Well, if they do come back to life, there's not anyone nearby that they'd likely bother. So, I guess.
You would be aware that Strigoi typically, when they come back to life, the number one target is their former loved ones.
Right. I remember that. So I guess I'll go because he's not sure then. How many corpses are there?
Around 9.
No. That's a lot to bury. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he starts digging or something. What do we need
starts
to do?
digging?
Just bury.
The intrusive voice in Anghel's mind does say that giving them a proper burial is the like good thing to do. That doesn't mean to prevent them from coming back to life, but rather it's the respectful thing to do.
Yeah. So coupled with that, I guess Anghel's just, I don't know. How do you? I mean the ground there is like super hard.
No. Where the bits and pieces where it's dead, sure, but not all of it is dead. Nowhere near. There's only like small patches that are dead. Problem is, Ophelia says, "Well, I hope you all brought shovels."
Yeah, exactly. It's not that easy to just kind of bury. We did this before, didn't we? But I think we had shovels there or something.
You did. You did have shovels because it happened at a farmhouse.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know what to do.
If you want to run back to my cousin-in-law and ask for shovels from there, be my guest, but I'm not gonna be here. I'm not facing that asshole again.
I'm not sure if it's even if we weren't in a rush. This is a little bit more for us to handle right now. Do you know what I mean? I think we need to just carry on and stop this from happening again, as like if we want to avenge these people or something.
Fair point.
Avenge these people? I don't even know who these people are. I don't care about these people. I care about reaching my uncle.
Fair enough.
Was Muninn talking to Anghel or talking to? I mean, I guess he was. They were talking in general, but.
In general, but mainly towards Anghel. So it's fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and it was a fair point that they need to save more people for this not to happen to them. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because I guess Anghel kind of lets it go, I guess.
Well, Show&Tell, if you're curious, I was about to deduct a point from our little scale, but I'm actually gonna bring it back to neutral because your rationale for not doing it is sound.
Yay! Thanks, Muninn.
Ashen, they were talking about potentially burying the corpses, either to prevent them from like coming back to life, or just to like give them a good burial.
I see. Illona would have pushed for going either how, so I'm glad.
Okay. Ophelia sighs and says, "Pleasant business. Shall I go on?"
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep. And as you guys go to mount back up, and Ophelia and her bodyguard would go to rejoin the carriage, and the carriage driver would like maneuver the carriage to turn it back around on the road, you all would see a rider frantically coming from the direction you guys already came, aka from Marvruz and New Spring, and basically the southeast.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ophelia would like stop her mounting, I guess, and sort of go to like the middle of the road to like see what this rider's all about. I'm gonna briefly put them on screen. What do you guys do while this fellow's approaching?
Muninn was about to mount up again, but then they would like stop and look and see like who.
Yeah, just kind of looking.
Yeah.
That's who it is, I guess.
They're gonna ask, "Who are you?" But then if he's just gone straight to Ophelia, then
Illona would like move out of the way because a frantic rider, she don't want to get like rolled over, you know.
Ophelia sort of puts herself in the middle of the road, and the rider approaches you. I guess Muninn says, "Who are you?" And the rider says, like puffing and puffing, "Muninn, you smell a strong scent of smoke. Like, have you ever been around someone who's been like handling a barbecue, for instance? Like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that." He says, "Please I have to get word. New Spring burned," and he like starts trotting.
What?
Like starts trotting by you, and Ophelia says, I'm a lady of New Spring, Ophelia Zarhos. What's going on?" And the rider approaches Ophelia. By the way, if you guys feel free to like interrupt or ask questions or anything at any point. Okay.
Burn. We did see that it was burning, right? That's what.
Muninn did, and they told everyone, maybe apart from Ophelia, that it was burning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Yeah,
did
I
not
saw
inform.
shock.
Yeah, you guys did not inform Ophelia. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The rider goes to Ophelia and says, Lady Ophelia, it's good to see you. Please, the city burned. A giant wolf attacked, destroyed it all. I'm getting word out. Riders gone out in the other directions too. We need help. We need to get to rebuilding. Please, you need to. We need help. And she says, "I see." And she looks to her bodyguard and gives the bodyguard a nod. And the bodyguard takes out a pistol and shoots the man.
Whoa!
What?
Why did you do that?
Ophelia,
Sorry, they wouldn't laugh, but still.
Ophelia says, looking at Illona, "Well, now you have another horse."
Oh, what?
She says, "Getting to my uncle, getting the artifact, and getting to St. Paris is more important than assisting in rebuilding New Spring. And if word gets out that I ditched on my duty, if people wonder why I wasn't there, well, can't have that."
But
Stone cold.
damn,
But I see your point.
the fact that you're still alive is proof enough that you went in New Spring when it burned down. Like, what does killing one what's the word? Courier. What does killing one courier have to do with that, like have to do with saving your reputation?
She sighs and says, this courier carried out, like, gave the word, and, well, people would know that I took this road, so obviously I would have heard the news. The expectation is that I go back. If, however, this fellow never made it to me, if they died on the road, presumably killed by bandits, you know how these roads are all infested by bandits, well, it's not really my fault if I never heard the news.
Mhm. Very nice.
Muninn would sigh, I think, and then like, they would just like mount their horse instead of like arguing, because to be fair, that's not bad logic. It's pretty messed up, but it's not bad logic.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, but it's just.
I believe I can trust you not to spread the word of New Spring burning to the people we meet. Yes? And don't worry about New Spring itself. I'm sure they'll send another rider out when they realize that this one didn't make it.
Illona like nods as she's like putting away some blood from the horse and mounting the horse. She's like, yeah. Fine.
Anghel, always firstly cowers behind you, first of all. Second of all, your inner voice says, this is messed up.
Yeah, I knew it. Damn it. We're going to go into the negatives. What can I do?
Shall we be on our way? Says Ophelia.
Damn it.
Something that I would say above board, but maybe Muninn wouldn't bring up because it's I don't know if it's worth arguing. Would it not make sense to? I mean, what's stopping Ophelia from like sending a courier to send a courier to go and like tell people that New Spring has burned and like to rebuild it, but like without her having her like direct involvement? Like, does that make sense or not?
Basically, just a bit of above board information. She is a lady of New Spring, a boyar of New Spring. Even though she's not legally required to do this, the expectation, both formally and informally, is that, hey, damage happened to your property or like adjacent to your property, you're responsible for fixing it. Even though she's not legally required, she's gonna lose political brownie points by like ditching on her duty.
Okay. So yeah, fair enough. If she like has to, no, yeah, that makes sense. If she has to like fix it, she would have to. It would be a little bit more involved than like just getting someone to tell someone else to fix the city. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Anghel, are you coming?
He's looking torn. Damn it! Why do we always end up in this position? Like, how many times can we like excuse it with being like, okay, yeah.
You should bring this lawbreaker to justice. Report the crime or handle it yourself.
Oh, we're talking about Ophelia in particular?
Ophelia and the bodyguard. She gave the order, but the bodyguard shot.
Yeah, okay. Like, I was thinking about having to save, someone having to go and save New Spring.
And he has also carried the word about New Spring.
Damn it, it's too much.
What are we gonna do, my prince? Says always thirsty, cowering behind you.
Do we have any reason to believe that maybe handling the orb in some way will stop? Like all the supernatural shenanigans. We know that it happened because we kind of started it all when we finding the orb, right?
Yeah. I think I've told you. Yeah, I've definitely told you all this before. That magic begets more magic, and the orb is a big source of magic. So
the question is if we can
you can assume that like the reason you guys are encountering magical stuff like the black egg and presumably these charred corpses is because someone carried the orb through this area. Because again, magic begets more magic.
Yeah, but like us getting the orb wouldn't stop it.
Sorry.
Gasp.
Whatever.
I just had a thought.
What's your eureka moment, Deli?
No, I'll let Show&Tell carry on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt again.
You're not interrupting, but feel free to contribute if you want to say something.
So no, Show&Tell, what were you gonna say?
Just that I'm wondering if like I can kind of like excuse Angel's, in action by saying, "Oh, we have to go after the orb. We have to go after the orb."
Yeah.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Can I tell you why I went?
Sure.
I think we're all curious.
Mhm.
I think so. Magic begets more magic, obviously, and Zahos has So Zahos has the orb. No, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe not. But Zahos has the orb, and magic begets more magic, and the evil egg was obviously magic.
Mhm.
Could Zahos have given... I don't know if we've thought about this yet or not, but could Zahos have given the other guy the egg to give to Ophelia? Do you think? Because
Does he care about her that much?
I don't know.
Does he know she's a threat to him? Like, maybe?
That's the question. Like, does he know that does he know that she's after him?
Yeah.
But that is, I don't know. That's like something where I was like, hang on a minute.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, definitely could be, I guess.
I guess to like maybe give one more puzzle piece, I guess I don't think Ophelia has said very much about the relationship between her and her uncle.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's still very possible. Ah,
I'm curious, Ashen, are you with us?
Yep, I am.
I was kind of curious about your thoughts, because you're also here. And also you got a brand new horse.
yeah.
I think I
Yeah.
would like slowly be joining up with like the carriage, like moving, because I don't want to stay here.
Fair.
Very few.
She would probably like look back at Anghel and Muninn and like try to wave them over to start.
Rebob would also be rejoining the carriage. He has a duty to do.
Yeah. I just feel like Anghel is getting tired of the whole having to stop every second and think about going. At least I'm tired of it. So and needed to be convinced, every time. God. So maybe it will just maybe we'll just need to embrace the dark side and just
I mean,
Yes, finally.
to
Join the dark
Illona
side.
was waiting for that.
to reveal a little bit about how the proverbial sausage is made regarding this section of the game. Yes, there will be a lot of choices between doing the good thing or doing the Machiavellian thing.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
But obviously,
Um,
choices have consequences, and I did.
I just feel it's like a little repetitive. Not that, just the reasoning. Like it's always like, oh, okay, what? Just like. Like maybe Anghel can just kind of lie to himself, or not lie to himself. Just be like, okay, I'm going after the orb. That's it, and that's what I'm committed to, and that will be the end. Like kind of end all be all, kind of, and then we'll have to bear the consequence.
Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, the DM, will keep reminding Anghel of the intrusive thoughts, but feel free to just say, yeah, Anghel is resolved to ignore them if they happen. Obviously, it will be context sensitive, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I'm thinking that might be the approach we'll take, because I know that we're not going to go back. I know that it's not really something like Illona for sure doesn't want to do that, and it just feels weird. Like it doesn't make sense that we would go back every time. So, yeah.
Also, can you guys hear me? Because the recording did a thing.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, good. False alarm.
So I guess, yeah, sorry.
Duly noted, and obviously, choices have consequences. But again, for brevity's sake, we can say, I will say, "Hey, Anghel, intrusive thought," and you can say, "Yeah, shut up, DM." Same response.
Let's do it. Just so I can say, "Shut up." Yeah. Okay. So Anghel is like obviously, standing there, kind of thinking it over, and I guess he comes to this kind of conclusion by himself at this point, and that's it.
Sure.
And he mounts his horse.
Always first he looks at you concerned and says, "You have a plan, right?"
And he gives him a look like, yes.
Okay, he
I know what I'm doing.
he pipes up a little bit, smiles a little, like, "Yeah, the prince has a plan."
Okay.
And I don't remember if he has a horse. I think he has, but he also would mount back up or get ready to travel, whatever. I do think he has a horse. Anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Either way, as you all once again probably hear a far more distant wolf howl as you continue on your journey, shall I switch over to the next map over?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Okay. Always an exciting time. Give me a second, dear viewers. You will not be able to see anything for a second. I'm interested to see where the Machiavellian Anghel character arc will go. So we are at...
Next we'll have Anghel like be the one that shoots the couriers. Do you know what I mean?
Goodness. Let's hope not.
Silent but deadly. If it's okay, I think Muninn would if Ophelia's in the carriage,
Yes.
they'd sort of as they're riding their horse, I think they would slow down a little bit, just a tiny bit, just so that they're a little bit out of earshot from the carriage, and then they would look to before they did that, they would probably give Illona and Anghel a nod to follow their lead, if that makes sense.
Okay. Did you what?
To slow down a little bit, so they're hanging back slightly.
Do you also give the signal to Rebob?
No.
Fair enough. Just because it's a small space where the road is on this current map, I'll just use one of your tokens to represent where you all are at.
Okay.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, Ashen. I'll use Illona's token. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Muninn would try and be subtle about it too, so only Anghel and Illona would notice.
Give me a sneaky... the carriage people will not notice because they can't really notice, but Rebob might, so I will oppose with Rebob's. Careful, okay?
Okay, no worries.
Let me just check what Rebob's stats are, because it's been a while since I rolled anything for Rebob.
Okay.
I think he'll beat that roll of 1, but let's see.
No. It's not that big of a deal if Rebob notices, but still. Actually, maybe it is. I don't know.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Ouch.
Okay. It was very, very easy for him to notice with a 7 to his 1, to your 1.
I just imagine him raising an eyebrow and what are you doing?
Yeah, what's going on?
Right here.
Well, since he got that good of a roll, I think, Deli, can you give me something that Rebob would notice just from your demeanor, body language, or whispered words, something like that? Like a reward for him beating you that badly, I guess.
I guess a reward would be that like he can hear a conversation that I'm about to say. Is that like enough or not really?
Yeah, sure. Then, because he beat you that badly, Rebob pretends not to notice, and you don't notice him pretending. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That actually fits his character too.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Muninn would. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say Muninn gives the signal. What does everyone else do? I was gonna say.
Come closer, I guess. I don't know.
Illona too.
Ride slower.
Okay. Not noticing that Rebob is listening, Muninn would say, I don't trust Ophelia, like not one bit. She shot that courier without a second thought. Like she didn't even think about it. Who's to say that she won't do the same thing to us?
Anghel nods.
She doesn't have a reason to. Illona would like be very casual about it.
Probably not right now, but what if she is given a reason to do it? Like what then?
Let's not give her a reason.
Yeah, but what if it's not up to us? Like it wasn't up to the courier to give her a reason to kill him, but she still did it. Do you see what I'm... Sorry, what would Illona do?
She would like nod her head. I guess so far we just have to trust in her because we really need this orb to be not in the possession of Uncle Sarhos, and she's our best shot right now. I mean, we don't have to see her ever again after that, but until then.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Still, I want you, Illona, if it's all right, I want you to keep that thing on you. And Muninn would be like referring to. Sorry, Muninn would say, I want you to keep that thing close to you, okay? And then they'd be like referring to, like if it's visible, Muninn would nod to like Illona's gun because she's got one too.
Oh.
I really thought you meant the cat thing.
Oh.
Like I was like eyes glistening, mouth open, like really?
Yeah. I guess.
Shit. Okay. I guess yeah.
I guess Muninn would say as well. Like, I mean, if you can learn how to use the cat idol, like that might come in handy too. But
Illona's like super excited about that.
All right. Okay. Just keep an eye out. Just keep an eye out for her, both of you.
Yeah, Anghel nods. Seriously.
Okay, and then Muninn would like nod and then like pick up the pace just a little bit to catch up, but not enough to with the caravan, but not enough to like be, or they would try to do it in a way that isn't noticeable, if you know what I'm saying. Like anyone watching would just be like, oh well, they just like they act. No, anyone who notices would be like, oh well, they just probably slowed down by accident or something, or the horse is tired.
Or perhaps like you went on a bathroom break or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
To the best of your knowledge, you are unnoticed. Again, because of the concession you gave me.
Yeah.
What do Illona and Anghel do, I guess?
Right to catch up. I don't know, sir.
Sure. I was more so wondering if like, are there any inner thoughts that you guys would like to share?
Well, Anghel definitely agrees with the whole Ophelia is untrustworthy thing. Yeah, and it just wants to, get this done. I don't know. Get the orb.
Sure. what are Illona's thoughts? Because Illona is more Machiavellian than everyone else.
Mhm.
What does that mean?
The ends justify the means, basically.
Okay. I don't think she would have a lot of thoughts right now. If there's ever a point where like it's only Muninn and Anghel again during the ride, she would like bring up the diary.
I was
And
actually thinking about that maybe you were going to do that right now.
Yeah, but like she wouldn't involve Always Thirsty or Rebab in that either. But not like necessarily hide it. Just like if the three of them were riding nearby, she would disclose what she found.
Well, if you want, we can like turn back time for a little bit and say before Muninn and Anghel rejoin the carriage, Illona says, "Oh wait, guys, actually, can we talk about this?" Or if you want it to be like a separate event.
Yeah. We could turn back time. That sounds good.
Okay. The floor is yours.
Well,
It's like, but it's like after. It's like when Always Thirsty is not there.
For
When is it?
for context's sake, Always Thirsty always hangs around Anghel, but we'll also
Yeah.
also listen if he's dismissed, because
Oh, so I can just tell him to.
yeah, if you want,
Okay.
you can tell Always Thirsty, hey, fuck off for a little bit.
Mhm. Okay.
I can copy paste the message and put it in chat, right?
Sure, if you want to.
So there we have it. Boop.
So, are you
Oh, my life.
reading out loud the diary entries, or how is Illona communicating this?
I personally don't want to read it out loud because I'm unsure about like the names of stuff sometimes, and I'm a terrible storyteller, so I'll just fumble.
Do you want me to? Obviously,
Sure.
Also for the sake of the viewers. Okay.
Sure thing.
Okay. Again, reminder, I guess mostly for the viewers, because I imagine the players know, this is the diary that Illona stole from Gregory Ducas's wife, Adela. Gregory Ducas is the cousin of Ophelia, and he's the gentleman who hosted all of you before.
Yeah, is this the earlier one?
This is the middle entry. Again,
Oh.
I gave Ashen 3 like diary entries that she can read. She has not read the earliest entry, but she has previously read the latest entry, and now this is the like middle entry.
Before, can we like make sure that Rebab and Always Thirsty is like doing something else or like riding a distance?
Always Firstly can be dismissed easily, no worries there. As to Rebob, unfortunately, he will be privy to this conversation, whether you want it or not.
He will be what?
Privy to it.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, but it's Munin's loss, unfortunately. Okay, so I guess I'll read it out loud for the benefit of the viewers. Adela writes on the 26th of the flower, which is, for context, April. We have a new guest. As usual, Gregory was polite enough, introduced us. Some odd fellow with a big beard. Gregory said he's a nobleman, but I don't buy it. He smells like alcohol and red cabbages and looks like he hasn't washed in months. Not interested. This is for the years. This is like 4 years ago, give or take. On the 29th, she writes, "Bearded red cabbage guy is still here. Whole house stinks. Gregory keeps talking late into the night with the bum. Something fishy is going on." And on the 1st of the cherry, the next month, she writes, "Oh, Gregory, I didn't know you had it in you." As usual, Gregory spent the evening talking to bearded red cabbage guy, so I snuck out of our rooms and listened in on him in his office. I almost got caught by Rebob, but it was totally worth it. So, turns out, bearded red cabbage guy is actually important. Apparently, he pretends to be an exiled nobleman, but he's actually a spy of the Moremi Tsar. Apparently he has a village nearby the sands and tries to make connections with the travelers that pass by. And dear Gregory is hoping to become Prince of Bogdania when the Moremi inevitably attack the Caramel Empire. Bogdania is the country you all are in. Oh, if only father could see it, his daughter a princess. I know that this is a plan that will take years, maybe even decades, but I can hardly wait. Maybe I can convince Gregory to make Marvel the Prince of Bassaria when the war starts. I hope Gregory doesn't notice my excitement. I'll make up a lie about some new jewelry I saw in the markets or something. Does this ring any bells?
Is it supposed to? What?
A little, yeah. You have met bearded red cabbage guy.
We have.
You have.
Do you talk about the Uncle Sarhos?
No, you met him when you left by the sands, like before New Spring, like episode 20-ish.
Red cabbage guy.
What? I don't remember.
There was this village nearby the sands where the boyar stopped you and insisted that you have some borscht that was filled with red cabbages and paid you guys to deliver a letter to the prince and like kept saying a bunch of racist stuff.
Oh, the one who was like, who probably did it to everyone who passed by or something?
Yep.
So
He's a
that's the
spy?
cabbage guy.
Okay.
Damn. So,
It's a very weird way of being a spy. Okay.
so he's gonna send a letter to the prince that he's trying to assassinate or overthrow or something. Or like,
More or less, sure. Although, as I mentioned, people don't really stay princes of this country for very long anyway.
yeah. So like, maybe he was thinking, oh, by the time this letter gets to the prince, he won't be a prince anymore, like kind of thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Was that the guy who, they were talking about having to cut their beards and stuff?
Yep.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I do remember that guy. Yeah. Yeah. He was really belligerent, wasn't he?
Racist, not necessarily belligerent.
Yeah.
More so, he was starting to get hostile when you guys started refusing to eat, but when you guys relented, he calmed down.
Okay. So it's all an act, basically? Maybe? I don't know, actually. Wait.
Either way, he's a sneaky boy.
Mm-hmm.
So a spy for the Moremi. So who did we think they were?
They introduced themselves as exiled Moremi, basically.
Oh yeah, it was Moremi though. It wasn't like they were pretending to be someone else completely. Okay.
The accent is a bit hard to hide, yeah.
Okay.
Also, this says a little bit of something about Gregory.
Yeah, that he was trying to become prince. Okay.
So, after Illona reveals this information, either by showing it, reading it, probably not showing it because Anghel can't really read, but, conveys this information somehow. What are your guys' thoughts, I guess?
Whose thoughts, sorry?
You, everyone.
Oh, just everyone.
This was written 4 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah. It is interesting that, like, I don't know, I guess kingdoms aren't toppled overnight, are they? But it is interesting that all of this was written 4 years ago and it's still, and Gregory still isn't the prince, right? So it's like, they must really be playing the long game.
Yeah, exactly. It's just that, I guess as far as Anghel's concerned, I don't know. Does he care about the prince that much? Besides the fact that he just needs him to help him save Illona. But besides that,
Anghel probably doesn't care about the prince as an individual, but I imagine he would care if his country got invaded.
oh, wait, they want to invade, and then put Gregory on the throne.
Apparently.
That's not good.
Okay. That is concerning. Yeah, that's true.
The invasion bit isn't very good, obviously.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've got like more important things to worry about, I guess. Like,
I feel like there's not much we can do right now. I feel like.
Yeah, maybe we could. I mean, do you think it would be a good idea to warn the prince? Like, I don't know.
Oh.
Because we're headed that way anyway.
And then use that to be like, oh, we know something you don't know.
Yeah. but then, does Rebob know about this now? Like
He knows we know.
Yeah, because he must have. So I assume what happened was Illona like read out the contents.
Or I could have like showed it to Muninn and signed it to Anghel. That would have been safer.
Also, to be fair, Rebob is mentioned in this story, so...
Yeah, I think he knows about the plot itself, just doesn't know that Adela knew, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, he probably now knows that you have Adela's journal.
Oopsie.
That's fair enough. But he doesn't know that Adela put that in her journal, at the very least. At the very least.
Probably true.
Yeah, like you said, probably true. Okay, cool.
I'm curious if you still intend to deliver the guy's letter, bearded red cabbage guy.
Yeah, probably not.
We have it? What did we have? Wow, I forgot about that completely.
It is among the media request items in your possession, yes.
Yeah. Probably not anymore. As in, we're probably not going to deliver it anymore.
Give it and be like, that's the letter of the spy, so...
Could we, whoever has it, could we open it and read it?
Yes, with the caveat that opening it would break the seal. So it would be clear that it has been read.
Haven't we already opened it? No.
Not this one. Not this one.
I mean, does it matter if we're going to bring it to the princess? Like, yeah, this is a spy. Does it matter if we read it?
Probably not.
Maybe. I don't know.
The thing is, we have proof that he's a spy. Well, I mean, it's not solid proof, but it's proof. It's proof enough. Like, oh, this journal that we stole, but we didn't really steal it, has written evidence of like someone, like.
You didn't really steal it? What do you mean?
No, I mean like we would have to pretend like we didn't steal it or something. I don't know.
Okay.
The only thing is that like it's evidence, but it's not solid evidence. It's like it's like hearsay, isn't it?
Kind of. But it's to bring up a suspicion that you may.
Yeah.
To make him aware of something that's possible.
Yeah. So should we read? I guess the question is, should we read it or should we like leave it for another time?
With Rebob listening. I mean, we don't know that though. We don't know that. His characters.
Maybe we want to be more careful and like reseal it and stuff, like we did last time, like opening it with a.
With a candle.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
We probably could do that, but maybe not on horseback.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only thing.
Okay, so maybe that's why we don't do it right away.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, the choice is yours. Okay. So, with this small little bombshell revealed, what do all of you do at the moment, and or say, and or etc.? I'm assuming at least some of this conversation was had in character as well, because you guys are not telepathic.
Yeah.
But what happened?
Maybe inside. We talked about it. Maybe inside.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe now. I don't know.
Sure. Either way, I'm not asking you all to like reenact the conversation, but I am asking what happens next. It's Christmas somewhere, I think. Sorry.
What was that? Was it from my part? Because I heard.
I didn't see on whose side it came from, but let's not dwell on it
Definitely
anyway.
not from me.
Merry Christmas, guys!
It's it's August in the campaign and late July IRL. Anyway.
What was that?
Though funnily enough, in in like the setting of this campaign, the New Year does come on the 1st of September, so shrug. Anyway. So let's go back a little bit because I was very, very distracted about the possibility of my hardware dying. What do you guys do now? Again, don't reenact the conversation, just what do your characters do after the conversation was had?
I think we agreed that we
Continue writing, I guess.
Yeah, we like did what we did before time traveling backwards, where we like caught back up with the caravan in a way that wasn't suspicious.
Okay. Noted. And to the best of your knowledge, you were unnoticed. I imagine Always Thirsty is summoned back like the obedient little thing that he is.
I mean, I don't know if I don't know, what was he doing? Like, just writing on his own? Like...
No, entirely up to you. You dismissed him. You tell me.
As a little puppy. Like, I don't know if Anghel feels the need to have him, so close by. Like, if he just keeps on writing, good for us. Like, I don't know if he particularly summons him, But okay.
You all can hear me, right?
Like...
You all can hear me, right? Oh,
Hello, Teeironor.
Oh no.
Again.
This is rough. Ash, what were you going to say before Teeironor came back? Something about your headphones?
Yeah.
I've
had this
can you
before,
hear me
I
now?
think.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
This time it was just a Discord failure, not a hardware failure. Anyway, I heard you. No need to repeat yourself. Okay.
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 Wait, Ash, what? Sorry, Teeironor. Ash, what were you going to say?
Maybe another time. Maybe the next time it dies.
No, I need to know now.
No, but I've had this bear for I think 8 or 9 years. They're so old, and they have like the longest cord ever. So if I need to get up and stretch or like go somewhere, like in my room, I can still wear them. It's the best thing ever.
Oh, that's
so
really...
good. That is so good.
We need to make more
So
of those,
jealous.
man. I mean, that's really handy.
Awesome. Like that they held up for like 8 years is also like wow. I didn't expect that.
Nice.
Definitely.
Awesome. I was just going to say regarding Always Thirsty, you can dismiss him in any way you'd like. We can just gloss over it. He's back. Make sense? That right, everyone?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, lovely. You'll, I guess, rejoin the caravan unless there's anything else. Shall we, I guess, continue on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you all go down the road, by the way, Ashen, are you reading the final little segment, or?
What did you say?
Are you reading the final fragment of the journal that you didn't read?
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. This time I don't have something pre-written. You will see why, as I will message you in private. But you'll see why it's not something pre-written and it's just a, description. Okay? Makes sense?
Yeah. But you're just learning the language then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, something beyond scribbles.
Oh.
Okay, very interesting. So cool that you
Beyond
put so much work into it.
While I type it into Ashen, please feel free to talk among yourself for just a little bit.
Okay. 8 years is a long time
Yes.
to have a pair of headphones.
Yeah, sure.
What brand are they?
Wait, hold on.
What?
Fuck, I don't even know.
Oh, this episode of Rimlen is sponsored by Fuck. I don't even know. Is it, the branding is just, they're so old that the branding has come off?
Kinda. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Also, Ash, I sent you the details. Make of it what you will.
Oh no. Oh yes. Oh what? Oh what?
Wow. Okay.
Can I share it to the group?
When you have like another aside, of course, or you can share it above board and just the characters will not know.
I kind of want to like learn. I kind of want to learn about it. Like, it's up to you, obviously, Ash. But
In character, you mean?
yeah,
Okay, I'll wait. I'll sit on this one.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Let me just say, like, Illona's glued to the book right now. She's like, if you talk to her, she would notice. She would be like, so, yeah. Diligently reading.
We can have like a scene where you guys have another aside if you want before the next thing that happens. Up to you guys.
I guess it depends what makes sense narratively. If whatever Illona is reading will take time to read, I guess we should have another aside later.
The next thing that will happen on the like road will happen like 20 minutes or so. I think that's enough time for Illona to get the gist of what she's reading. Maybe not the full details, but again, I was also pretty vague in my description to Ashen, so I think that would be sufficient time. But it's up to you guys. I don't want to pressure you one way or another.
I think I'll sit on it for a bit longer. I want to find the perfect timing to bring this up, you know?
Oh.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Then as you guys continue on the road, you will see someone on the road. Not like someone that's going anywhere. They seem to be like standing on the road, not moving. They appear to be looking to the southwest. Yeah, the southwest. I'll put them on screen in a minute. And they are joined by a horse that I will also put on screen. Ophelia and the carriage don't stop for this individual. But always first he looks curious, and after a second he like starts tugging on Anghel's sleeve. Oh, I think I know who that is. I think I know who that is.
What happened? Did he cut again?
I think I'm not sure.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, always first he starts tugging on Angel's sleeve. I think I know who that is. I think I know who that is. All excited.
Wait, I kind of missed the description of it. Do we see what exactly?
You don't see the individual yet, but you see that it is probably someone male. You see a big beard, and they have this goofy-looking horse with them.
Goofy. Okay. How far away are they?
100 meters, let's say.
Oh, okay.
They are on the road, so you will like meet them. I'm just like giving you preemptive warning, I guess.
Okay, interesting. So Anghel is like, I guess, prepared to meet this guy. Maybe he thinks it's one of the people he's supposed to meet. I think that's the logical conclusion to come to, possibly, because he knows the story, right?
That was my first thought.
Anghel does know the story.
That was my
think-
sorry. Go on.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Okay. So, I guess my question would be, does anyone else react, and or does Anghel let anyone else know that something might be happening?
I don't think he does.
Fair enough.
I think if Always Thirsty is reacting loud enough for everyone else to hear,
He's very
they would-
excited.
yeah. Muninn would look to Always Thirsty and ask, like, what? What's going on? Who is that?
I think I have to get closer to make sure, but I think it's him. Come on, everyone. And he like starts riding faster.
Come on, everyone. Okay.
Muninn would stop and like look to Anghel and be like, do you know what he's talking about? Who is that?
Sorry if you could hear that.
Anghel gives him a look like he's... or maybe he signs, not sure. Kind of. Like... But he obviously... he has suspicions more than he lets on, I guess. But he doesn't want to just kind of
Yeah.
come out and
makes
say it.
sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, I mean, let's go see what's going on then.
Yeah. Let's...
I guess my only question would be, do you all overtake the carriage or just like walk in step with it?
I don't think Anghel at least isn't in a rush, you know? So he's just...
Yeah, I think Muninn is curious, so they would like overtake the carriage.
Overtaking would also make it easier to like not have to catch up later with it, because they would not see that you guys have stopped.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
So the carriage will also stop when you reach this individual. So
Wait, he's coming our way?
no, he's standing still, apparently looking to the, just like staring to the southeast, southwest.
To the south. Okay.
Bottom left, not bottom right, my bad. Bottom left.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm gonna put him on screen in a sec. You all can hear me, right? Because they did a thing again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. As you all approach, Always Thirsty, just chatting with that person up, all excited. This individual just ignoring Always Thirsty for a little bit. And when you all approach, I guess Muninn is first?
I guess so.
This individual turns to look at you, and you see that they only have one eye.
Whoa.
As in one eye in the middle of the forehead?
Correct.
An eye.
Correct.
Oh, really? Like there isn't supposed to be another one.
Correct.
Okay.
But like you see that he has these indentations, for lack of a better word, where eyes are supposed to be, but instead he has an eye in the middle of his forehead.
Oh, okay.
And always Thirsty, all excited, looks at you, Muninn, and says, get the prince, it's Good Eye."
Muninn would like when Good Eye turns around and looks at Muninn, they would go whoa, rein their horse like away, and it probably would spook their horse a little bit, if you know what I'm saying.
I have something to say.
Muninn's like too stunned to speak. They just point to the guy's forehead.
Yeah, I saw you. What's your point? Got something to say?
I see you. I'll get the prince, and then they like.
Oh god, I'll
they
start going
try-
with that, please.
I think Anghel is fairly close by, because Anghel has also been like walking while this was happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess Anghel is getting there, and
Anghel, get over here, quick!
okay, Anghel I guess picks up his pace a little at that.
Yeah, and Always Thirsty says, it's Good Eye. Anghel, that name is apparent to you, because you know the legend. Good Eye, as the name implies, has a very good eye.
Really?
Who would have guessed?
And they can see far distances very, very accurately. They have a good eye.
Okay, that's what they meant when they said they could see Muninn.
Yeah. Muninn would ask Anghel if he's close enough. Like, I'm not hallucinating, right? You can see this.
Anghel, I guess he's also like looking at Good Eye, and kind of nods slowly, like he needs to take this in.
Always,
and then he kind of. I mean, did Always Thirsty say? Like he kind of.
He did say, "It's Good Eye. It's Good Eye."
So Anghel kind of lifts his hand, like kind of waves it, like, but in a very kind of slow, kind of like, like he's kind of distracted or like not sure what he's doing or something. Like he kind of.
Yeah. Rebob is confused by the exchange, but watches closely as always. What's Illona doing?
She's definitely not like taking the driver's seat with like a conversation here right now.
Understood.
She's just like, yeah.
Uh,
But I don't think she's like particularly shocked about his appearance either. She's just like, another one to the gang, I guess.
Always Thirsty says, "Good Eye, it's him. It's the prince." Good Eye like narrows his eye at you and says, the prince hung around with murderers. But hello, Your Highness.
What did he say? Does the prince hang around with murderers?
He
probably saw that.
He did not know the prince hung around with murderers.
Oh, he saw the Ophelia thing from.
Yeah.
Well.
That's true.
Well, we're Always Thirsty says, "Well, we're not hanging. Oh, we are. What are we doing?" Looks at Anghel.
Anghel kind of like. I don't know how to convey anything. Like, it is what it is, kind of.
Well, says Good Eye, like shaking his head. Anyway, we've got bigger problems. And he points to the southwest. Do you all see the big green tree on the map?
Yeah.
He points at it.
Muninn would look over and squint.
Wait, where's the road? Exactly.
Top right.
Oh wow, okay. Oh, we're far away.
And also the tree is on top of a hill. Like it's the sole tree on the cliff of this hill. And he says, "It's the tree of Prince Bogdan the Great, and it's dying, as you can see."
It's dying?
He nods. Should do something about it. It's an important tree,
The tree of who?
Prince
Bogdan?
Prince Bogdan the Great. That is not like a mythological character. That's a quote-unquote historical character. Anghel, you will know about it because pretty much it's not necessarily true, but it's always like whenever you're talking with your village elders, it's always like, oh, if only we were back in the days of Prince Bogdan the Great, or things were much better under Prince Bogdan the Great. But obviously that's up to interpretation.
He's this legend. He's this good, not legend, he's real, but
his reputation has grown legendary, yes.
Okay.
And Good Eye says, "I have to do something. It shouldn't be dying. There should be a caretaker. Something's wrong."
Wow, that's really far off.
If it's okay, Muninn would ask, what does it matter if it's dying to us? What are we going to do to save it? Does it just, the next time it rains, it'll have a good water, and then, what can we do to save it?
It's not just water and the soil that keeps it healthy. It's the caretakers.
So something happened to them. Awesome.
And he will continue. If it dies, the whole force will probably die too. You know, magic stuff. He like waves his hands at you.
Yeah. The whole force. That's not a good thing.
No, it's not. So, I mean, who are these caretakers?
Monks from the monastery. Well, one of them. Not sure which.
Well, I mean, if it's from the New Spring Monastery, we know why it's not being taken care of.
If you look at the map, you can see 2 monasteries.
What does it say?
I think probably not Ophelia, but her bodyguard will come out of her carriage and like see Good Eye and say, "The fuck are you?" "Hello to you too," says Good Eye.
Very rude.
The bodyguard turns to who would be closer? I guess Illona would probably be closer. "The fuck is this thing? Do I need to shoot it?"
Sorry,
I got kind of
shit. Illona would I think, roll her eyes at him, and calm down.
"I'll shoot it if I have to."
I kind of raises a hand, no shooting.
You've done enough shooting for today.
Is it the same bodyguard?
Yes.
Wait a minute.
And you hear dogs barking in the distance. Not wolves, though.
Okay, it's all good now.
No worries.
She's sleeping and dreaming, so that's fine.
Oh, that's so cute.
Above board, yes, Good Eye's warnings are pretty vague, but, doing that on purpose is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Damn it, it feels to me like everything is trying to pull them away from, continuing with Ophelia.
Yeah. Yeah, genuinely. Sorry, you go.
I was just gonna say that above board, this is not me, the DM, saying, "Oh, I have to delay things. Here's the side adventure. Go on the side adventure. Go on the side adventure. Or I'll kill you." No, this is me giving you choices, and I did warn you that choosing this travel path means lots of magical stuff will be happening.
That's true. That's very true.
Okay. It's on us then. Fine.
Muninn would ask Anghel, what do you want to do? Do you want to head over to the tree? Because if we do, we're going to have to explain... if we do, we're going to have to explain that to him and then, point to... Or them, rather. The collective, Ophelia and everyone.
Yeah, it's not much... we don't have to explain it. She's just leave without us. Either way, she's gonna just leave.
I guess that's true, but I mean, we wouldn't get. I don't know. Maybe payment isn't the most important thing right now.
Yeah, no, it's not the payment. It's just. Was she going to just pay us? No, I think there was more to it, wasn't it?
I think it was more to it, wasn't it?
She was going to let us meet the prince or something.
Yep, she is a relative of the prince, and she promised you, regarding, on the topic of Anghel's sister, obviously, I'm not just gonna give you a letter of introduction, I'm gonna arrange a private meeting.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's very tantalizing.
Yeah, above board, I think that's a really good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if we wanted to above board if we wanted to do this, and I don't want us to split up. But like, if we split up, would the offer still be on the table for those who stayed with Ophelia? Teeironor, or can you not tell us that? Or do we have to ask?
You can ask her. She's right there.
That's true. That is very true.
Yeah, but who's gonna split up? Like, it's mostly for Anghel that we're going there, and Anghel is kind of stuck doing this shit. It's charming.
That's true. But then Anghel would be the one that would benefit most from an audience with the prince, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Muninn would ask, if that's all right, Muninn would ask Ophelia, like, look, there's some shit going on over there, and they would point to the tree. Magic shit, you know? So...
You think my uncle's there?
No, I don't think your uncle is there, but there's... I mean, maybe he is, I don't know, but there's definitely something happening.
Okay. We don't have time to deal with all some things, you see.
Tell me about it, I know, but...
Trust me, lady, I see lots of somethings, says Godai, including what you did earlier.
Oh, he shouldn't have said that. Muninn would look at Godai with a look like, you shouldn't have said that.
And who might this be? Says Ophelia. Want me to shoot him, mistress? Not yet.
My goodness.
Not yet.
His name is... Well, I'll give you 3 guesses to what his name is, but he goes by Godai.
Aye, and I serve the prince. The prince? Which prince? The only one that matters. Right. And what exactly did you see, good friend? I saw your bodyguard shoot that poor innocent fellow. Right.
I'm sure he's... Muninn would like try and be like, I'm sure he's joking, but then there's no way that Muninn could convince her that he's joking or something.
Like, why would he come up with something if he didn't see it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why would
exactly. Exactly. Muninn would say, like, look, Ophelia, you don't need to kill this man. Like, just because he saw what you did doesn't mean that he's going to spread the word. Like, that's not his... that wouldn't be in his motive to do it. Or in his, what's the word?
Interest?
In his interest. Yeah, that's right.
Well, what do you intend to do about it, good man? She asks, and he says, I don't know. He looks at Anghel. What do you intend to do about it?
Okay. I guess Anghel's lost for words.
Understandable.
As he usually is, but wow, I really don't know.
She sighs and says, is he one of your friends?
Is she asking Anghel?
Yes, but she's also like looking at Muninn and Illona as in they can also answer too.
If Anghel's lost for hands, I guess.
Yeah.
Muninn would say like, yes. This man is tied to Anghel, just like how Always Thirsty is.
Above board, I don't think she knows that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If I can change what I said in that case,
Sure.
Muninn would say something along those lines. Though they would say like, "Oh, this guy is associated with Anghel. Like he's similar to Show and Tell. He's similar to Always Thirsty. That's it."
She narrows her eyes and looks at Anghel and says, well, I suppose I can't really go around shooting your friends. I guess that'll make our business relationship more difficult, wouldn't it? Fine, you can bring him along if that's what you want. But I'm not buying him a horse. Well, I guess
He
you
has
already...
a horse. Right?
Yeah, she says. She also adds, yeah, I guess he already has one, and that horse poops. to emphasize, to comedically emphasize the fact that it's a crappy-looking horse.
That was so not what I thought you were gonna say. That's awesome.
Oh my god. Okay.
Good Eye says, "Well, it's not my horse." Whatever it is, says Ophelia. Fine, you can come. Are we going now?
Are we?
I think one of us is going to have to stay behind and deal with this situation, Ophelia. I'm sorry, but
What situation?
Good Eye has told us that it's a short story, but it's a short story, but it opens up many more stories. So, long story short, one of us would need to take care of like the tree over there and head over to the monastery nearby. But my question is, if one of us handles this situation over there, would everyone who sticks by you still be entitled to their rewards?
It was part of the deal, wasn't it? That said, she sighs. We can stop by Deer's Monastery, which is above board, the more northern one, if you wish. It has a road that connects to the main road, and they do make a mean mutton if we want to have lunch there.
Oh, okay.
I would really prefer that we don't, but if you insist that it's necessary. She looks visibly exasperated.
Okay. We can make that work. Anghel kind of nods at her like, yeah, we have to stop.
She rolls her eyes and says, well, let's be on the road then, and we'll take the fork when it comes to the Deer's Monastery.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you. Right, well, you heard the lady.
Okay.
She starts climbing back in the carriage, then followed by the bodyguard, who all the while has been staring at Good Eye with like the most, like, you know that look where like drunk people have where they try to comprehend something and they just don't?
Yep.
That look.
I was afraid it was a murderous look or something, but okay.
He does have a hand on his pistol, but he has not drawn.
Okay. At least there's that.
He goes back into the carriage. Good Eye walks up to you, Anghel, and extends a hand to shake it.
Anghel kind of shakes it a little hesitantly, but
Good Eye tries to put force in the handshake, but you can clearly tell that this is not a physically strong individual. He has one good attribute and not much else. And he says, "Good to meet you. Good to meet you, my prince. No worries, Dely. I remember. Good to meet you, my prince. I'm Good Eye. Wish we could have met under better circumstances."
Anghel nods at him.
And Good Eye says, "Well, I'm guessing you know who the horse is. So, mind if he tags along too?"
Oh, the horse is someone? What does Anghel know?
Give me a careful or clever, but it'll be a more difficult roll.
Oh, okay. Careful. Let's go with. Okay, it's a 2.
With a 2, something rings familiar, but you're not sure. Certainly, what if the fact that this horse looks so badly kept is definitely yeah, that's not right.
Okay, can Anghel just kind of convey that he doesn't know who the horse is? Like, kind of just be like, maybe, just kind of turn his hands around, kind of like a question, kind of thing.
And then Good Eye says, then I said too much. We should get going then. Right? And Always Thirsty says, yes, we should. You can ride with me, Good Eye. And Good Eye says, I'm surprised your horse can carry you. Well, touche, but come on.
Okay.
And the horse that Good Eye was with, if it were to join you guys, it would not have a rider.
It would not what?
It would not have a rider. It would just follow you guys.
Oh, so Good Eye doesn't ride it?
Correct.
He just walks alongside. Okay.
Good Eye will ride with Always Thirsty on Always Thirsty's horse, much to that
Poor horse.
Yeah, much to that horse's chagrin.
Okay, damn. Okay, this is very sad. It's not part of like the official, like the main story or something. This horse or something. Like, it's not something Anghel.
There's something very, how should I say it? It's like, there's something connected to this horse, but you just can't quite place it. It's just slipping your mind at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting.
Okay. Now you have a Good Eye in your company and a diseased-looking horse. Good Eye looks at Illona and says, "What were you reading earlier?"
Just something I picked up along the way. Nothing special.
Seems special enough to cause everyone else's alarm, but who am I to know?
Yeah.
By the way, he did not say this so that, like, he's not so tactless to blurt near Ophelia. Let's say that.
Teeironor, no.
Yeah.
No.
No, did I die again? That's lovely. Give me a second,
Oh
then.
no.
I got one eye on my forehead.
You just voiced him like
Can
that.
you hear me now?
So good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just saying that he is not so tactless as to blurt out what you were reading before and all that near Ophelia or really near anyone else.
Nice. Wait, could he read what I was reading with this Good Eye?
Ooh.
He more so talked about how everyone else reacted when you showed it to them.
Okay.
Either way, as the party moves forward, I suppose it's a good spot to end today's session. What do you all think?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
What a day.
Thoughts on today's session?
It was epic. It was really cool. What was it? I feel like the reveal was like the cabbage guy being an important character was not something I was expecting.
Right. Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. It's cool. Like, I don't know. You can't trust no one. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's got their own motive and like secret lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to know what Illona read at the end of the paragraph.
Maybe we'll know at some point. Maybe not. No, you will.
Sure. I'm amused that you think it's so interesting, Ashen.
It's Illona. It's Illona.
I mean, I guess to be fair, it's not unimportant, but you know.
You mentioned there was a lot of detail. Illona would read every, she would pay attention.
It is a lot of detail. I will not say much more. Yeah. thoughts, I guess, on the events of today. The corpses, Good Eye, the horse. Stuff happened today.
It was really fun to like pick up a new member to it as well, and like getting forward with the whole Prince Charming story.
Yeah.
Such a vibe, dude.
Yeah. No, absolutely. It was funny, like, I will say it's funny how everyone reacted to Muninn, especially to One Eye. Like, because it's like, we've seen some crazy shit, but like, oh, a guy with one eye on his forehead, that's over the line.
Yeah.
It is off-putting. Like, you don't expect that.
A little bit. It does look a little bit creepy. I will not sugarcoat that.
But kind of cool still. He has a cool beard.
Does he have a lot of lashes? Like, or is he like very bald?
Does he use mascara?
Yes, Show&Tell, he would have lots of lashes because, well, no, not lashes, just 3 eyebrows but 1 lash, which I know is weird.
3 eyebrows.
1 lash? What?
Well, one, like, not like a single hair,
Right.
but one...
Yeah, 1 row of eyelashes, I guess.
That's a good way of putting it, yes.
Can you imagine if he had like 1 massive eyelash?
Yeah, that was the visual I got. 3 sets of eyebrows and 1 single eyelash. Enormous. Like a unicorn.
Yeah.
There you go. But
Poor
yes. Poor guy. He is part of the fairy tale and will be important in defeating the dragon if we ever get there.
Yeah.
Also, I do kind of like the possibility that, yeah, the bodyguard Hakim would have just shot him, and then I'd have to pick one of you to be the replacement.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, oh no.
I'm so happy that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But you have keen eyesight, so you would be like the best candidate for that.
I was gonna say, I'd have to poke my other 2 eyes out.
Yay.
Yeah. Also, interesting choice. I'm not like condemning it, but interesting choice Show&Tell to be more Machiavellian. Again, I'm not sure if it's the right word in regards to Prince Charming stuff.
Yeah, it's really because I mean, it's mostly because also like I feel like we can't, we don't want to separate really for that long or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's a problem.
Sure. Understood. Again, this part of the campaign will be lots of choices between doing the right thing or catching up further with Uncle Zarhos, Nicephor Zarhos, which either choice obviously will have a big impact. If you manage to catch up to him early, obviously you will have to make a bunch of sacrifices along the way, or if you decide doing the right thing is more important, you'll do the right thing, but some other stuff might happen. It's probably going to be a lot of you cannot save everyone, I guess.
Yeah. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Either way, because I know Deli can't stay too long. Real brief, if you all have any other thoughts before we go into our shoutouts.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Not for me.
Not from my end.
Okay. Then, dear viewers, thank you very, very much for watching and listening. Let's start with Deli giving their shout out first, just in case they have to zoom off, and I'll roll the dice for the other people. So Deli, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yeah, of course. When I do, is it okay if I shoot, or is that really rude?
Sure.
Okay. Well, Teeironor, thank you very much for this session. And I'll see you guys next week, hopefully. But hello, everyone. I've been Deli. Outside of these sessions, I am a Goblin VTuber on Twitch. I'm on a short break, but by the time this episode goes out, I will be back. I'm on dog sitting duty at the moment. So yeah, if you want to catch my streams. I'm on Twitch. If you want to see some like garbage content, I'm on X, I guess, and Tumblr.
Yes. Thank you very, very much, Deli. Check out their link in the description. It leads to all their other links. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you guys. See you later.
Bye-bye, Deli.
Bye.
Next, I apparently the dice said that we should go alphabetical. So that means that Ashen should talk about herself and what she is doing first. Could you please go ahead, Ashen?
Yes. I'm Ash, and you can find me on Instagram if you like art and stuff. I do I have like my commissions open, so if you want to order a portrait or like, I don't know, digital or traditional art, I do that as well. And yeah, if you're into that, check me out there. It would be lovely.
Awesome. Do check Ashen out. Thank you very, very much. Next, we would have Show&Tell. Show&Tell, could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes, so I'm Show&Tell, and I have a Patreon on which I do reactions for shows and movies and stuff.
Do check that out. Thank you very, very much, Show&Tell. And I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master, Teeironor. I do this series. You're watching it, hopefully. I do another series set in the Warcraft universe, currently still on hiatus. I'll let you all know on the app formerly known as Twitter if updates happen. But do check both of those out. Either way, thank you all very, very much once again for watching and listening to us. Should be back next week unless something happens, but I'll let you all know again on the app formerly known as Twitter if anything. And we'll see you when we'll see you. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.